Tesla. Everybody wants Tesla. Everybody looking at Tesla. Tesla is the next best thing since sliced bread. I mean, look at this thing. It's just a monster and it's just going higher and higher. People say they're missing the boat. It's 380 million, market cap. But can it go higher? Of course it can go higher. Is it worth higher? Who gives a darn if it's worth higher or not? Um, if you're a day trader, if you're a swing trader, mainly if you're a day trader, you don't care if this thing is at 10,000, 20,000. You really don't care because if you're making 20,000, 30, 40,000 a month, if you're making consistent gains on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, it doesn't matter if you're missing out on Tesla as far as a long-term investment. I mean, yeah, you can focus on your 401k, but no trader really care that their 401 is not performing up to what they would like because they don't have Tesla in their portfolio. All they care about, well, mainly, I care about, is making consistent gains, making 20, 30, 40,000 a month. And I don't care what Tesla is doing except for when it's an opportunity. And as far as day trading, as far as making money on the short term on the 5 minute candle, right? If you can make money scalping Tesla, using option selling or whatever technique you use for day trading, you don't care if Tesla is at 2,000, 3,000, 10,000. It doesn't matter. The higher the number, the better. You actually don't want Tesla to be below, a certain value because then the option premium isn't worth as much. Okay. So if you look at Tesla, this chart is a monster rip up. I mean, it's just the hottest thing since sliced bread. Um, but it wasn't attractive to me when it was at 1,000. Even though it's a lot higher at 1,000 than it was at 300, it wasn't that attractive to me compared to Amazon, which is 3,000, or at the time it was whatever 2,000. Amazon was a better trading instrument as far as options because the intrinsic value was higher per option. You had more um, liquidity. You had more volume on the option trading on Amazon, so it was easier. It was more liquid. It was a better instrument to use. But now that Tesla is above 2,000, it is now an attractive, as far as the number one candidate to day trade for option, and that is what I am focusing on next week, and why this video is my transition from trading Amazon as the principal option instrument to trading Tesla. And this is a detailed analysis of Tesla. This is the weekly performance of Tesla, and you can see this week it's essentially a capitulation top candle. I mean, it's above 2,000, 2050. Can it go to 2250? Of course it can. It can go to 2250 and then retrace back. It doesn't matter for a day trader, for an option trader, because what you care about is how clean the signal are when the market open. Because I'm not really gonna hold options overnight because the gaps can be in any direction unless it's a clear. If it's a clear doji like here's the daily. If it's a clear, and this is Friday, this is a doji candle with a wick. So normally, you say, oh, let's hold this to the next day, but it is the end of the week, and that's option expiration. So you don't want to hold over the weekend because this doji for Friday formation isn't as strong as if it was on Monday, Tuesday, the regular day of the week, because Friday is an end of a week, so it's an end of a weekly candle. Um, this formation can be a counterfeit or a head fake for Monday because traders are anticipating stuff in advance of next week. So if you look at the intraday chart, here is here is the beginning of Friday, and you can see this selling at the end, and then that selling or that shorting, whatever you want to call it, produced this doji formation, but it's not to be trusted, and this is where experience come into play. If you don't have the experience, you see this doji and you go, "Oh, look, it's time to get in and short." No, it's not, because all it is this selling at the end, this few little, six what is this, like 30 minute or whatever toward the end, option manipulation, shorts sell cover, not shorts covering, but buyers taking profit for the weekend, shorts trying to anticipate Monday, has absolutely no meaning for next week. So this doji formation, ignore it when it comes on a Friday on a heavy performance like Tesla. So on Monday, what do you expect? Well, it can gap higher or it can gap lower. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And the reason why it doesn't matter is because as a day trader, you're not you don't care what happened in between. Okay, you're carrying your profits. You're covering all your profits and you're taking the gains. So the next day is a new day. Um, so what do I anticipate? I'm focusing on Tesla next week, definitely. And the reason I'm focusing is because options are so expensive, and I'm going to show you the options in a little bit. But right now, I just want to show you potentially what it can do. And most likely, I'm hoping for a gap opening higher above 2050 because there's so much eyes on it, and the pre-market is going to be manipulated. I mean, I'm almost certain it's going to be higher on Monday. Where will it land? It'll probably be, anywhere above 2065, 2065, 2065, 2075, anywhere there. And you're gonna watch the volume as it open up. And let me fix this real quick so I can see the date grid a little bit better. Here it is. Okay, so save that. So when it opens, let's just say it open at third. Here's a good level, 2070. You're gonna watch the 5 minute candle, and it's gonna jump around. It's gonna jump around. Traders are getting in. They're trying to push it one way or the other because of their position on Friday. You're gonna watch it, and you're gonna see the volume, and the volume is gonna start building up. And how much volume are you gonna see will determine what direction it's gonna go. If it's heavy volume, it's gonna do this, and then it's gonna push it higher. And you just gotta wait because you're not gonna try to catch this push up. You don't want to. I mean, you can, but it's not a good thing. What I'm playing for is a gap higher, a weaker volume, slight push, and then the first formation of the doji. And what is a doji? It's gonna look like can't find one right. Yeah, it's gonna look like this, right? It's gonna be something like this where it's trying to push higher, but it's failing on the 5 minute. And the second 5 minute, it's gonna try to go again higher, but it's gonna fail. So this signal, normally if I screen capture, I'll put a circle. This is where you want to sell the calls. And the direction, 9 out of 10 times, you see this signal, it is gonna go down. It is going to go down. Shorts are gonna pound in. Sellers are gonna start selling. Yeah, it's just gonna go down, and that's a good $2,000 just from going from here to here is 2,000, and that's the expectation and what I'm playing for on Monday. And I'm gonna show you why it is a good 1 2000. And look at here is the option. Okay, and right now it's at 2050. So 2050 is worth 86 points. So one option that's worth 86,000. 86,000 on one option that if it finished the week at 2050, you're gonna make 8,600 just for it to be at an even value. Now it's not gonna be at 2050 on the close of the week. Guarantee you it's not gonna be 2050. It's gonna be either 100 points higher or 100 point lower. You don't know. I mean, you really don't know if it's going to be 100 point higher or 100 point lower. So you're not gonna right now. You wouldn't do anything long term until you see some type of signal, like a heavy selling doji signal, and you might hold a call, meaning selling the calls um, for a longer term ride to make a to hold it overnight. Typically, day traders don't hold overnight, but I will be holding some options overnight because I just feel like this is an opportunity where the IV curve is extremely high on Tesla. And yeah, the higher they push this, the better. I mean, the higher they push this, the better because I'm just gonna wait for the doji signal to form. I'm gonna wait for that capitulation top, and I'm gonna get in. I mean, you can look at the 2300. This is what is this? Like 200 points, 250 points away from where it is right now. For 1 week, if you sell this call, 2300, and at the end of the week, if it's not at 2300, or even if it's at 2300 to the exact, you're gonna make 2300. 2300. If it ends at, that's another 250 points away from where it is now. I mean, that is tremendous. I mean, that's just so much potential. So if it opens up higher on Tesla, and a push to a new high, like a push to 2100, and a failure push, you'll see a doji come Monday. You'll see, and it can do it. It doesn't have to be in the morning. It can be in the afternoon. It doesn't matter. But once it push up to close to 2100, and you see this failure, and there's going to be a doji signal where on the 5 minute candle there's going to be a doji, and then it starts to roll over. You should sell one call at 2300. It'd probably be worth around 3000. um you know just sell one of them to hold, one of them just to hold for a day or two, and if it goes in your direction, you can hold it for the week, and you capture 3000 for that option. Okay, so that's really why option selling is the only way to play as far as making money consistently. Yeah, this Tesla is just a good trading opportunity going forward as long as it stay high. I don't know when the splits is gonna happen. I'm hoping it doesn't happen soon. It may be this week or next week. But when it's split, man, that's gonna be difficult for me to play because then the option won't worth as much, and there'd be less players in the options because you're gonna have to go back to Amazon pretty much. Um, yeah, so I do like it now. I mean, this is gonna be my play or focus for next week, more so than Amazon. And is there anything else I want to show you? Yeah, I mean, essentially, this is the focus stock. I mean, look, 2050, all-time high, pushing up. Everybody's gonna have their eye on this. A lot of volume, a lot of players. The signals are gonna be so clean. I mean, it's gonna be so clean because there are gonna be so many players on here that if you look closely, you're not gonna get head fake. You're not gonna get these you get some head fake during the afternoon when the volume is lower, but in the morning, I mean, you're gonna be able to see strong doji signal with the wick, strong, doji signal with the tail, and you can play both where whichever direction it opens up and reverse on, whether it gaps down and reverse up, you're gonna see some type of doji tail where you can sell the puts, or if it gaps higher and form a doji wick, like this guy with a wick signal, and then it starts reversing, you can sell the calls. I mean, I'm playing both ways. It doesn't matter as a trader which way it goes, and of course, if it goes back to the all-time high, or close to it, and you see a failing signal at 2050, you can hold one calls, selling one calls and hold it overnight for long-term gains. And no, typically I do not hold any options long-term, but this is an opportunity where I can hold one option, maybe two. I prefer not to hold two. Probably I'm gonna hold one option overnight more than over, for a long-term play. Um, and that'll probably be the 2300, because I just don't see it closing at 2300 for the week. I mean, for it to close at 2300, oh my goodness. Yeah, I just don't see that happening. So yeah, so that is the strategy for Tesla. Focus stock for next week, and I'll give a recap on how I do trading option on Tesla for Monday. Talk to you